Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to deploy a secure Kubernetes cluster by Kops in AWS. In previous video I've shown you what type of issues deploying such a cluster could have from security point of view. So I'm trying to solve some of those security problems which I've seen before in this deployment. For your kindly information, these kind of, security hardening of a cluster is just applicable inside the infrastructure of a cluster. So if you're gonna actually make your cluster, security cluster, Kubernetes cluster more secure, I strongly suggest you to follow up my sessions uh, and also other resources outside because uh, securing a Kubernetes cluster, which is a very complicated orchestrator, is not just a matter of infrastructure. You have to actually secure your runtime security, your applications, your authentications. So there are a lot of topics which you have to be aware in order to make your cluster fully secure. So, okay, let's just continue. Before starting, let me see, I already got my WSL command line here. You might have your own Bash or Linux type of terminal or your Mac machine terminal. I'm using Windows, so that's why I'm using WSL. Before starting, make sure that you already installed Kops. Let me see if I already got Kops binary here. Kops version. Sorry. Okay, seems Kops is there. I had to use version. Okay, I've got Kops here. Let's see. I got kubectl as well. kubectl version. If you don't have them, you just have to follow a lot of documents which are outside how to install Kops or kubectl in your machine. And it's very well documented. You just need a search or referring to your ChatGPT friend. Don't worry about that. And then AWS CLI as well. So I already got Kops, kubectl, AWS CLI, AWS dash dash version. Okay, some of them dash dash version, some of them version. So I've got them all in place. Let me clear up this screen. So next step is installing or S3 bucket. Actually, I can say creating or S3 bucket. Okay, the command should be something like this. Okay, so oof, I didn't want it to be created in US. AP South is location. Yeah, okay, that's great. Let's get back to here. AWS S3 LS. I just want to make sure that, okay, my S3 bucket been installed. It's Kops H.Soleimani 2024. You can have your own bucket there, and as you know, it should be identical. So you definitely can grab this one as long as I'm using that, but you might be able to get it after I deleted that. That's fine. So let's just have a look if I have it in place. You can see S3 bucket is here, and it is the region which is for me Sydney. All right. So after creating this S3 bucket, I rather to put version control on top of that S3 bucket. You can do it through AWS console as well, but I rather to do it via AWS CLI to make it more, I can say, programmable. Programmable, yeah. So next step, to put version control on top. You might ask, okay, why are we going to use version control? The reason of version control is making it more reliable. So just in case you lose information and data which you already saved in a S3 bucket, you're able to get back to your previous versions and roll back the information. It's something often happen during, development environment for DevSecOps engineers. So we always need to roll back and, uh, the test or stuff like it's better to have something like this in place. Even from security point of view, it's very important. So let's get back to the next command, and my next command is this one. Access denied. Okay, prefer. Okay, this was. I have to change it to my own bucket name. So someone took this bucket name before, maybe. Okay, so here I got my own bucket name. Great. So version control should be ready now. If you go here, we just go to properties. Okay, bucket versioning is enabled. Great. So let's get back to to our terminal. As I told you before, I already created a hosted zone inside AWS. So uh, since I already have it inside AWS, I'm not using subdomain dot kind of thing. So next step is definitely having that specific ID for that hosted zone. Here is the command, but I have to change it to my hosted zones to my own hosted zone. My one is net here, sorry, and the name was ICT. Let me check the name. I have a white shot here. You just write route 53. Okay, these are the hosted zones I already have. This is my hosted zone. And these are the values of that. So, by the way, I can get that ID from here as well if you just go to maybe the records and things, you can find it. But for now, since I'm going to use the specific host ID, alright, this is the name. Sorry, I forgot the name. Okay, good. I don't have JQ. Let's install it. JQ is a JSON query application. So via JQ, you are able to get your actually do some queries from JSON outputs. So we can add JQ on top of our list of Kops, kubectl, AWS CLI as well. Okay, now run the command. Great. So just let me make it. So what we are looking for is this number. You can add it as a environmental variable as well, but I rather to just use the number for now. Okay, now let's get back to my command. Okay, since I already provided this command for myself, I have it in place. But before that, let me explain you what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a cluster via Kops, and as you know, it won't be deployed as long as I haven't run any update command via Kops. So after that, I created that. I want to edit that and then deploy it. But uh, you have to think about that before. For me, in this situation, I'm just gonna provide a high available cluster, which is a production level cluster, and I need to have three master nodes. It's actually control. plain nodes and two worker nodes just so for purpose of development. For the high availability, I'm gonna put those master nodes in separate availability zones in Sydney. So it means that we got three availability zones in Sydney. So if anything happened to one availability zone, the other availability zones will take care of the operations. So I'm going to have three master nodes in three separate availability zones and two worker nodes in two separate availability zones. Uh, okay, let me copy that number again here. Paste. It's not going. I might have to run it to write it down. Okay, go for a trick. Nano mm, script. So hash bang bean dash bash that slash bash, then grab all the command here, Control X, and then copy this. Again, nano. Let's change the things here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to run a bash script. And example.com, what was the name again? ICT Ocean Consultancy.net. So here I put ICT Ocean Consultancy but .net, but if you are using another domain service providers like Namecheap, you definitely need to add a subdomain like this and added the hosted zones values inside that. So uh, as I told you before, Kops got very well documented page in terms of how to help you to do that. But to be in the safe side, I strongly recommend you just buy something from uh, a domain from AWS and do it as it is. So I hope it won't cost you too much because anyway, you are going to be a very expert kind of, Kubernetes engineer and DevSecOps engineer. So you have to spend some money anyway to learn these stuff. Okay, as you can see, this is my cluster name. This is cloud, which is AWS. These are the zones. three zones, which means three zones will be used for master nodes, which you have to mention it as control plane in new versions. This is the version which I'm gonna use. Is the I think it's the latest supported version by Kops for now anyway. Control plane zones here. So once you on the top you actually define the zones, and this is the number of node count, which is the number of the nodes, the worker nodes. Topology is very important. I put it private. So why I put private? Because I don't want those instances to grab a public IP address. So by doing it in this way and providing this argument, you make all the subnets, everything inside a private subnets of your AWS environment. So it makes it more secure, and it is definitely not accessible from public internet easily. You might ask how it is possible, so how you're gonna get access to your nodes and stuff like that. We'll discuss about it later, but um, most of the time, load balancers and reverse proxies will do this job for you. Node size, I put T3 medium, which is, I think, the the minimum size you need. Control node size is T3 large, and this is my DNS zone, which I shown you how to get it. So save yes. Let me see if I already got it. ls minus ltr. Okay, my script is there. So what else I have to do? Definitely make it executable. So chmod plus x script ls minus ltr. Okay, great. My scripts are executable. So let's do scripts 11 state. Oh, really? Okay. So I need to add state as well. Nano scripts. I'm not fan of Nano. I rather to use VI, but anyway, if you're not very familiar with Vim and VI, Nano is a bit easier. So let me add something here, state, and equal to my S3. Okay, what was the name? S3 colon slash something like this. Go for it. Okay, great. So it's actually creating a template for us. It's just a preview. It's showing us, a map of what Kops is going to do, and then we're gonna actually edit it. It's very tricky. Okay, please have a look to whatever you see at the end because it is very important. So it's been mentioned here. If you're gonna edit this cluster, just do this. Kops edit blah blah blah. And this is the final configure command, which is Kops update. Anyway, let's go for it. Kops edit. All right. State equal s3 develop. The name again. Okay, so let's go one by one, line by line. This is the name of my cluster. This is the specs API load balancer. It's going to use a classic network load balancer. You can change everything here. Type is public, authorization RBAC, channel stable, cloud provider AWS, DNS zone, CPU request. These are the dimensioning for etcd, manager, stuff like that. Okay, let me show you something here. Okay, what is this? This is your Kubernetes API access, which is actually open to all the IPs. I'm not agree with that. DDs, delete the IP version 6 because I don't want to use it. And in terms of IP, I'll put my own IP address. So in order to find out my own IP address, I have to just ask in the Google what is my public IP address. I'm not gonna give it to you. So for now, uh, let me see what is my public address. Okay, but what I'm gonna do, okay, hit I in order to insert. So it start with 101. If I were you, I would have put the /32 one, which is my real IP address. But since I'm not gonna uh, show my IP address, I rather to grab a huge subnet, which is not safe, but anyway, better than nothing. So this is my one. This is for Cilium. I don't know. Okay, networking. Here it is Cilium, though in most of the cases you might even use Calico because in production level and huge environment, Calico is still the preference. But by the way, uh, this is SSH access. So definitely this one is very important. So we don't want everyone to get access to all cluster. So let me put 8 here. But again, I'm saying you don't do it like this. You put your own IP address. Okay, all good. colon WQ bang, it is saved. If it true no error, it means that it's been done. The other issue is I let me see if I actually okay, yeah. If you just get back to my uh, bash file, you see that cat what was it? Script, yeah. You see that I already where is my bastion host? Okay. Oh, there's no bastion host here. Okay. So sure. Dash I bastion. Okay. I rather to have a bastion host as well. So uh, to have it, there are two. Maybe I can do edit from here, but so you might ask why you are looking for a bastion host. The reason is uh, since we are just gonna put them inside, uh, put the instances inside private subnets, then there should be a way for us to connect them. So we will use a jump host, which is a very common solution to access secure environments. Okay, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to my bastion host. VR script. Let's run it again. Oh, right. Oh, bastion host. True. And a very important thing, I'm just gonna use my own SSH keys as well. So I need this one in order to get access to our bastion host. So this is my home directory, which is on my local machine. Let me see if I already got SSH in place, which I will definitely have it, but WK. We might have to, okay. So what I gonna do, let's get back to here. Okay, I'd rather to delete it and then so I'm not deleting the infrastructure, it's just deleting the what is this example? That I should consultancy. So it's actually just deleting it from my local. Okay, let's cat script. All right, let's see if we got this public IP here. I discussed about public and private IPs to you. Yeah, I have it. This is my public IP address. Okay, so then run the scripts again. What is it saying? Using error state. Again, state. Okay. Haven't we added state? No, no. Script. That is a state. S3. Maybe I have to put this one. X. Yes. Dot script. S3. Is something like this. Mm. Control X. Okay. So I remember. Let's get back to my history. S3. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Didn't work. That's okay. Cat script. Go like dash dash. Ah, got it. My bad. No, no. Script. The back slash here. Yeah, that's it. Go for it. At least I could have a chance to discuss about that Bastion host as well. So Let's see what is going to happen. After that, what we're gonna do, because we're just gonna actually change the configuration via edit command, and so just restrict all the IPs, SSH access and stuff to my IP address. Yeah, hopefully I already got it. Edit cluster, blah blah blah. All right. Okay, see, Bastion is added here. Bastion public name. This is the or Bastion public name, and API access. It's a bit of tricky. Uh, what was that? 101 0008. One. This fellow. Sheets for IPv6. Don't want it. Again, 101.000.008. Escape. All right. Here is with mention. What I like about Kops is it's very well documented. So if I run this update, we definitely state command. I think it's a good idea if you just add the state in your bash RC, export the state, mm, actually your S3 state address into your bash RC if you are using to use it constantly, if you are going to use it constantly. So since this is just for the purpose of lab, I'm not going to add it into my bash RC. Even you can add it in as an environmental variable, but for some reason I didn't use it. Okay, it might take some time, not too much time, honestly. Okay, cluster is starting. It should be ready in a few minutes. The nice thing is SSH to Bastion. It's been mentioned your Bastion here. So let me see my that. Let me get back to my dashboard and okay, give you a wide shot. What's going on my dashboard? EC2. As per my experience, Kops is getting very, very fast. It used to take more a couple of years ago. Yeah, it seems that they're running, but they're in initializing stage. This is my Bastion host. All right. SSH, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it hasn't been ready yet. Yeah, it's not ready yet. Hmm. Okay, the issue been solved. That's the I think that's the beauty of this job, by the way. What I was using this command, okay, bastion, blah blah. So what it was saying that it cannot resolve the host name. So why it could not resolve the host name? For me, it was easy to find it out. I just find it out by going to the load balancers. I could see that these are the load balancers here, and this is the DNS name. So it didn't provide me the full DNS name. What I'm gonna do is put it here and go for it. What's wrong with my computer? All right. Okay. You can see I went to Ubuntu. This is my actually Bastion host, and let me. Okay. Let me see what are some of the instances in my environment. So this is one of the I think nodes. This is the IP address, and if I go to my Bastion host, let me see if I can ping or SSH to them. Not ping, but maybe SSH. cd.ssh. There is no. So I have to do something very tricky. What I'm going to do, I'm going to, yeah, grab my own private IP address in my local machine. I'm gonna copy and paste it here, put it as ID underline RSA, Uh, ID RSA. So you know that I wanted to show you how to have a bastion host here, but if it is me, I rather to use SSM agent and SSM manager, which I shown you before. By the way, it's none of that. VI, none VI ID underline RSA copy. Okay, RSA is here, but this is very this will cause you problem because it's very from security perspective, it is very accessible. Hopefully, Linux machines and OpenSSL itself uh, through an error once you use such an ownership. So you have to such a yeah, you have to change the ownership. Change on 400. You might ask what is 400. I'm pretty sure you know about it, but 400, these are the numbers instead of adding, plus RX, stuff like that, which is not permitted because sudo, yeah, sudo, what I have done. Oh, so I had to change the mode. Sorry, not the ownership, but what I will do, let's get back to that ownership. So the chown Ubuntu, Ubuntu. So this is the user, this is the group, and this is the RSA. Yeah, great. So chmod 400 ID blah blah. Great. So let's get back here, and then SSH to all machine. What was the IP address? SSH Ubuntu at, yes, yeah, permission denied. So not work. Let me check another control node. This one. This no. Oh, CD SSH. Sometimes copy pasting these things are, OM-RF ID. Yeah, it's gone. Let's use nano ID underline RSA. grab my public IP address. Don't worry, I'm gonna change this public IP address because I have used it too much, I think. And it's definitely time to change it. Control X, yes. Chmod 400 IDRSA LL. Okay. Uh, just reading safe sites. SSH-I IDRSA Ubuntu add. Give me an IP address. This is the worker node. Oh, great. See, this is D4, this is A. So I'm inside the worker node. Now I can get back to inside the controller node, which is ending with 219. You can see everything is inside our network. They're all just private IP addresses. I'm pretty sure it will work even like this. SSH Ubuntu at this one. Yeah, this fellow is our master node. kubectl version should work on that. Yeah, kubectl get node. Oh, alright, you can see our nodes from our master nodes. But controlling your cluster is not just via your master node. You can even do it from your local machine. That's actually the nice thing about Kops. So even if I go here, kubectl get node, you'll see that I can get them through. So because it's actually based on, APIs. So via authentication to Kube API server, I was able to see my cluster status in my local machine as well. Uh, so I think that's enough for now, but okay, let me show you something else. I want to, let's delete this cluster because not deleting that will cost us a lot of money. So my plan is actually showing you more stuff on these clusters in future and adding as much as security posture which we can to these clusters. From infrastructure point of view, I believe it is fairly secure. No public IP address access, not wide range of IPs available in the security group. If you are fussy about that, you can even that the instances bit inside the Kubernetes cluster usually need full access together. So we already okay, let me check the security groups. I'm pretty sure that we already got this very wide security group. This is the range. ICMP is okay from here, but we can even change this range to, if we are fussy about infrastructure security, to just, uh, ports which gonna be used, but I reckon that's enough for now. And all right, grep-i delete. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this fellow. Again, don't do it from here, if you delete anything from here, because it's already inside an auto-scaling group, you will have it. You can do something else if you're gonna have your cluster without deleting that. And let me show you something. That's all. You just gotta go here and edit it. Edit the scale groups. So as you can see, the minimum and maximum is 1 here. If you just put 0, I'm pretty sure your problem will be solved. So here you put desired 0, 0, max 0. What will happen? It will be gone. So instead of deleting that, we can also do like this. So after a while, you will see that, okay, let me show you, your cluster will be gone. Desired, desired, desired. Am I in right shot? Yeah. You see, I put them 0, update. This is the control plane. This is the node. I just gotta actually do it for nodes. I personally, if you don't have any application running on that, for now you can definitely delete it because Kops is very fast, by the way, to spin up your cluster. But if we had an application, I would you couldn't delete it as is. So the best way was just to keep your instances in place with the volumes and everything. So this is the actually way just to cause not too much charge to your pocket or company pocket, by the way. If I go here, you see that, okay, see, my nodes are here. One of my nodes gone because I put 0, 0 for one of them. I think this one will also go. Not gone. Nodes. Was that this one? Oh, nodes 0. Node 0. Is there any other node here? Oh, there is another node. Ah, this is updating capacity. Let's get back to this fellow. Editing. Alright, mate. Just 0. Since it is 0, I'm pretty sure it will come up and then it will terminate at itself. See? Okay. See, there is no nodes. Yeah, again, nodes. Okay. Tutoring medium. It might take some time. This control plane. Okay, this control plane capacity is updating. Let me put all of them anyway. 0, 0, 0. Date. Again. Edit. 0, 0, 0. Update. This is also 0. So everything is in 0. Accept the Bastion host. So they will be gone one by one. Okay, for now, just run this delete command. Everything will be gone. And where is my let's see. As you could see anyway, because these concepts are uh, high level concepts and they need a bit of, experience with AWS, Kops, Kubernetes, stuff like that. Everything is not going as it has to go for me, most of the time. So I need to do, you know, mm, I can say online or on-time troubleshooting. From learning perspective, I think it's very useful as well because you can learn too much. Also, I can learn too much. And mm, but yeah, that you can see some videos outside. Okay, people are just running this command, that command. Everything is going perfect. And yeah, but it's not as, it's not the real life of a, DevSecOps engineer. There is nothing go in the first place. I promise you, you have to do lots and lots of troubleshooting, even for a very well documented and very well, frameworks. Okay, our cluster been delete. I'll show you in next session. Have a good time. Please don't forget to subscribe and like it to support me in order to provide more learning contents. Thank you very much. Have a good one.